days of one of Tijuana's top crime fighters may be numbered. Police Chief Julian Leyzaola has survived assassination plots, but he may fall victim to Mexican politics. KPBS border reporter Amy Isackson has been covering the story. She joins me now. Amy, Chief Leyzaola has been hailed as a model for the rest of Mexico, so why is his job in jeopardy?
Politics. There's a new mayor that takes power in Tijuana on December 1st, and when a new mayor takes over, or a new president, he generally cleans out all the old government functionaries, and especially it's even deeper when the party changes, like it will in Tijuana from PAN to PRI.
So I just said, he's been very good at his job. Has the crime rate dropped significantly since he took over as police chief?
It's complicated. The murder rate this year is actually higher than it was last year. However, there's a sense that there's much less impunity in the city and on the police force. The police now confront criminals. There's been big-time arrests of drug gang bosses that have calmed things down, and there are less spectacular shootouts, less decapitations. However, in the last month or two, we've been seeing a little bit of a resurgence of bodies hung from bridges and a little bit of a new fight brewing between two of the drug gang leaders.
How did he do all this? What were his tactics?
He came in with an iron fist, and he said, I am not going to be afraid of the criminals, and I am not going to be afraid of the officers on my police force. He said he would not tolerate corruption, and he was also out on the front lines and fighting out in the street against the criminals to show the criminals he wasn't afraid, but also to show the officers they didn't need to be as afraid as well. He rounded up allegedly corrupt officers, and many, that's the problem, say that he really crossed the line in that.
Okay, but he does have supporters.
He does have many supporters, and people in Tijuana say that he has cut down on the impunity. As you said, he's hailed as a model, even by the U.S. ambassador to Mexico, as a model for what the rest of Mexico should do. And the U.S. authorities say that they've never trusted the Tijuana police like they have now. And here we can listen to Mike Eckel, who's a border liaison with the FBI.
Have we had an outstanding relationship with Teniente Coronel Leyzaola? Yes. Would we love to see that continue? Yes. Because you don't build these relationships overnight. These relationships are built day after day, little by little. And this relationship has been built over years. And this has been earned, and it's been earned hard by this administration.
And what do his critics say?
His critics say that he has crossed the line in his zeal to crack down. And many of his own officers and also civilians accuse him of torture. The highest human rights court in the Western Hemisphere has taken it up. Groups like Human Rights International, Amnesty International, and they say that the state of Baja California has recommended that they fire him for the problems. Here is an officer who says that Leyzaola tortured him. His name is Jose Luis Hernandez Galvez.
He was trying to make us to confess some crime that we don't commit. They were putting a bag in our face, so we cannot be able to breathe. He was hitting us in our stomach. I received several injuries in my back because he jumped in my back when I was on the floor. And the moment that he was torturing me, he jumped several times in my back. And this incident changed my life for It's a very sad experience. I spent 4 months in the jail. Several cases that describe the same method of torture, the same place, and the same person. So this is not an isolated case. This is one of several cases.
So what is the police chief's reaction or response to the prediction that he might lose his job?
He says that he would like to stay, that there is more work to do. The Baja California governor's plan to crack down on crime is a 6-year plan, and there are still more years to go. So Julian Leyzaola says that he would like to stay, and the governor has actually offered him, says he'll help him find a job within his own administration or another government job if the city kicks him out.
Well, Amy Isackson, thank you very much.
Thank you.